Hi friends! So as you've probably seen from the title of this video, I've blown the head gasket on my 340. But since my piston rings are kind of bad as well, I decided to just take out the engine and then rebuild it. So today I'm going to take out the engine and show you guys the process. I'm going to start by draining my coolant, but I'm not sure if I can get this hose off because I tried to replace it once and I couldn't get it off.
Well, this time I did get it off. It did take me some effort though.
Now let's remove the other hoses, which will be a lot easier because I replaced them not too long ago.
I totally forgot to mention it, but I only removed the hoses that were attached to the car itself. I left the other ones on because I could just remove them along with the engine, which would save me some time for now.
Now that that's out of the way, we can take a better look at everything that needs to be removed before I can take out the engine. You know, other than the coolant hoses and the ignition, I've never replaced anything on this car since I've owned it, and I've owned it for 2 years already. So it is kind of fun to be working on it for once. Well, really work on it. I mean, I did some little things. I did change the oil. But yeah, now it's a project car as well, yay.
Since I've never really worked on this car before, I wasn't sure in which order to remove the parts. Oh, and I made sure to take some pictures during the process so I know how to reinstall everything. I then just started with the big ground wire and then tried to work my way around the engine. I pretty much just looked which parts were connected to both the car and the engine, since these are the parts that need to be disconnected in order for me to pull the engine.
It's kind of hard to get everything on camera, but I've just disconnected these wires and I've removed these bolts from the exhaust.
By the way, I really think this is one of the easiest engines to pull. It has so little parts and wires on it, which will make it a whole lot easier to reinstall everything properly as well. The last engine I pulled was from my Honda CRX, which had a whole lot more wiring and other parts attached to it.
As you can see, we're really starting to get somewhere now. There's only a few parts here left to remove, and then we can take out the engine, I think. It has just started raining, so it's kind of hard to position my camera properly without it getting wet, so excuse the bad camera angle. I believe I have everything from the engine bay disconnected now, so let's go to the underside of the car. By the way, I'm getting help in a sec to remove the engine, so that's really nice. We're now on the underside of my 340 and there's oil and coolant everywhere. And now I'm going to remove this last bolt so I can disconnect my exhaust. That was kind of a pain in the ass, but let's try to get this exhaust out of the way. Ja hoor. Nou, dat maakt veel verschil. Oeh. Hoor.
Now that I got the exhaust a little bit out of the way, I could start removing my drive shaft. I was kinda scared of breaking the bolts, but luckily I didn't.
I just disconnected my clutch cable, but my camera died, so I don't have it on video. But all I have left to do now is disconnect the engine mounts and then we can take the engine out. Now it's time to remove the engine, but first I gotta pull the car off the lift so the engine hoist can reach my engine bay. I'm going to remove my fan so I have a little more space. I kind of forgot, but I think it will be really handy.
Alright, it's finally time to pull the engine. I know I said earlier that I'd get some help to do this, but I decided to just do it myself anyways, since it's such a small engine and it's such a big engine bay. So I figured I probably wouldn't damage anything during the process if I was just careful enough.
Okay, so the engine's out of my car. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!